Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, riveting, animating, spectacular, wondrous Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda, here of like defender of the fatherland, your lord and master, your vox populi, your beacon in the darkness. We're off here to a 1v1 on Nexus. In the west, it is Finndeed, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland, taking on the role here of the 3rd Panzerdivision here with German Infantry, featuring the 250-1 half-tech, veteran squad leaders, stormtroopers, assault and hold, and fragmentation bombs with triple infantry. In the east, it is Iroha, fighting for the Red Army, the Soviet Union, Comrade Stalin, taking on the role here of the glorious 16th Guards Tank Corps here with Guard Motor, Air, Urban Defense, and Airborne Troops with infantry, mine, and anti-tank gun production bulletins. We're off here to take on an enemy food start for Finndeed, and a double conscript build here for Iroha. And as always, a big hearty thanks to my patron supporters, these people who keep me supported through thick and thin. Big thanks to every single one of those, and certainly would not be able to keep doing this without those chaps. You too can join the heroic and spectacularly wondrous ranks by pledging on Patreon yourself, or you can always just donate by PayPal. Links in the description. Otherwise, comment, like, share, subscribe, press the bell button. That would also make me very happy, and is also another way to support the Propagandacast. Spread the word. Get it out there. Meanwhile, more countries there for Iroha. Finndeed likely going to go for more grenadiers. Pioneers take up north of the machines keeping close pace there as well. Going to need more in the centre. In the south, engineers moving forwards as Iroha focus more centre north as well. And before covering up here, Pioneers could consider some sandbags around to make it more defensible versus Soviet attacks. Countries got the point here. And certainly with the German infantry, doctrine choice, if you like, missing at least, a bunch of grenadiers here from Finndeed. I mean, you typically do anyways, but that's certainly more like, signifier of that. Country there flank up behind him for 2 real, I suppose, that is exposed there. Good play by Iroha. Some players might just try to stick around and just finish the sandbag at the point. What Iroha did, they made a mistake that was just not rushing in, they're getting behind the machine gun as fast as possible. Instead, just shooting at a range and then allowing the machine gun to reposition in response to the conscript. So they didn't quite end up, as smoothly as we could have here for Iroha. I think there's a slight missed opportunity here. Then he's moving forwards there for Finndeed. Sandbag fighting position almost done. Pioneers taking a minor loss there, machine repositioning. Finndeed keep up the machine in active aggressive play here against his opponent. Dumps up there to Finndeed. Pioneers going to catch the concept close, and there go, routing the entire unit. Other squad behind heavy cover. Could get flanked though here by Finndeed, but certainly put them in a bit of a bind. Country holding back in another position. What will Finndeed do next? South side is wall is being claimed here for Iroha as all this is going on. Noting a second engineer squad there for Iroha. More grenadiers for Finndeed. There we go, looking to attack the contra lane behind the heavy sandbag position from both sides. Machine as well here set up in such a manner that he can't easily use the cover anyways. Get pushed there by Finndeed. Machine moving up further. Mines up here. Early telemines, of course, in case of a vehicle rush here just for the future while he still has the time. Our way, thumbs up to Finndeed as well. He could, of course, also lay down some S mines, but they would obviously be more obvious there. Nice merge here with the engineers by the contras there. Good work there by Iroha. Merge again is a very good ability, but one that does tend to get overlooked by some Soviet players, but again used correctly can be quite effective in maintaining momentum and tempo and keeping critical units like your flamethrower engineers going at those critical moments, so you don't have to retreat them and waste time on that. So good play there again by Iroha. Good play. Pioneers have been shot to bits, but the country have indeed repositioned in response to this rather daunting assault here by Iroha and the Red Army. 4th grenadier squad here. Not unexpected here by Finndeed, none unexpected. Some players will just stick to 3 grenadiers, then go for Panzer grenadier or stormtroopers, just for additional assault elements. Others just like going for a lot of grenadiers. Sandbags up north here, Finndeed focusing perhaps a bit too much in the centre, risking losing control of both fuel points here to Iroha. Could be something that spirals the match out of control here and could bury Finndeed under a tide of socialist armour. Back here in base though for Iroha. Nothing further going on there. Bit of heavy bleeding here from Finndeed, though it is making it hard for Iroha, I think, to take up fast and exploit. But there you go, support and company. North here we got the grenadiers with the consequence there. Finndeed, I imagine, is taking up. Yes, indeed. Halfway done or so. Looking to flank behind the contras here. Perhaps land a rough grenade on the contras there. Wouldn't be half bad. And again, another sandbag finding position here from Iroha. Very consistent about that. Grenadiers and south being pursued by Iroha's Frontovics, with the flamethrower engineers leading that one as well. And there you go, contra there fully routed. Grab the northern fuel and victory point for the glory of Deutschland. Tech down there for Finndeed. Coming of course for a fast 250-1.5. Take your word to fancy it. He probably isn't, but he could. Panzer grenadiers of course also become immediately available. Though of course he could also just call on stormtrooper squad. And of course more likely we're going to be seeing the light mechanized company into an armoured car and a Pak 40. But there are numerous options there for Finndeed, and of course, to the extent it depends a bit on his temperament as well, like, you know, what sort of tactics does he favour. Troops reinforcing here for Finndeed. There we go, like to make a nice company up. He's very close to be able to equip his men with the or upgrade them with the veteran school leader. Just grab the point here. Comes reinforcing, setting up in the south as well. You're keeping up good pressure versus Finndeed. Mines halted right there at the edge of the screen, as Finndeed's men were already in position to deflect that. And there we go. Can begin upgrading there with the veteran school leader. Well, I guess that's already they've written at least the bit where he gets upgraded with a bit of Sturmgewehr. But that's not yet, though. The balance change yet to happen there, at least not from I'm aware of. So they won't get the assault rifle quite yet, though that will happen. Then the squad will lose the T-43 instead they get their assault rifle. Similar to that on the full Gundiers, which means obviously less great at longer ranges. On the other hand, actually benefits from assault and hold, which gives it an accuracy boost, meaning an assault rifle becomes much more powerful compared to the T-43. So you could argue it could be slight buff to assault and hold that way. But anyways, then it's been shot to continues up north here, need to retreat. Ruthless. So there you go, veteran school leader moving ahead here for the glory of Deutschland. Armoured car on the way here from Deep. We've got Guard fighting out there for Iroha with Guard motor, featuring of course the venerable T-3045, heavy mortar teams or squads, Guard rifle infantry, vehicle crew repair training, and marked vehicle. Armoured car down there for Finndeed, the lighter punches B wagon. Engineers with counter support here. Comes of course also providing a source of reinforcements for the engineers instantly, allowing him basically to push engineers there. Oh, Flareman goes off, it kills Ludwig on retreat. Ach, mein Gott, mein Foot! Und mein Kopf. Northy Guard got pointy bit short munitions, MD42 firing away there. A bit of a close one there, since the Guard can't quite hit except with the anti-tank rifles. Could pop into the piercing round to protect it, giving a chance of clearing it out there. At least showing the sandbags maybe. The south here going to use with armoured car support routing. Iroha's forces there. Back in Iroha's base, we got the tech there. Could go for a T-70. Almost got the northern fuel here, but losing the southern fuel now here to the German army. Armoured car being repositioned, Gundiers setting out there, so we've got two now veteran squad leader Gundiers here for Finndeed, machine repositioned, taking losses from the Guardsmen, who can now, by the way, upgrade themselves with the DP light machine gun. Currently caught with the armoured car, no exchange yet here for Iroha, probably again prioritising in this case the T's and the light tank. There's also the possibility, of course, could go for a fast anti-aircraft tower attack, which is cheaper in fuel, more expensive munitions, but of course could allow him to still pressure Finndeed, and at the same time open up for faster mechanised armour company and faster medium armour if successful. So there are some possibilities, but in this case Iroha, though, of course, goes for the safe T-70 choice. Uncover blasting through the sandbags. Don't need something up. Set barbed wire here on the railroad cars. Pack 40 there. Finndeed's got really good map control versus Iroha. Part again, the armoured car gives Finndeed much more mobility, allowing to control the field much more efficiently and slowing down the Iroha's movements. So, you know, mobility matters. Could also, of course, go on for the half track, which gives mobility in some other ways. I just think it's also good. More telemark here though from Finndeed. Excellent. But we do have mines here from Iroha. If they miss one mine, you know, it could still end up, you know, being quite devastating. Well, good work there with Finndeed. Teasing the light tank out here for Iroha and the Red Army. South being seized here, as Finndeed is clearly content with allowing that to happen. Another telemoney from Finndeed, taking no chances. Very good there. Also just taking advantage that he has good map control right now to actually lay down a lot of mines. And that way, you know, make it harder for Iroha to, like, you know, make a sudden swing with the T-70. So really good play there by Finndeed. Of course, needs to get the pioneers moving so they don't give away the position. Then he's been rounded with the T-70 light tank. Front of it expanding up towards the centre. Sandbags down here. And they've seen themselves up north using the free field first aid, which is part of the upgrade there. Company 40, Guard taking on loss from the Grenadiers. No, they've also been merged with the Council, keeping the reinforcement cost down, but technically also making it a lot faster to reinforce them. Which again is one of the advantages of merge. It's not just about, you know, cost, it's also about speed. Guns being hampered by the armoured car, which is falling back. I think what he's trying to do is to sort of slowly baitnate Iroha to move forwards here, hoping he hits the telemine, but at the same time doesn't like pull the armoured car back too fast either, so his opponent might suspect something is up. Those fascists are moving too suspiciously fast for my taste, comrades. I suspect they may have mined the roads. I think you're paranoid, Sergei. Moving forwards. Troops pinned down, suppressed it. Bit of an explosive machine machine gun teaching us in the south here, where there's no telemines here from Finndeed, or minesweepers anyway, so clearly, or at least, not clearly, but there's a highly good chance here that Iroha, of course, is suspecting Finndeed of laying down telemines here. I mean, his paranoia in this case is actually doing him credit, because Finndeed has laid down multiple telemines. I mean, it's definitely like, not like, you know, he's not without good cause to suspect Finndeed of being a cheeky miner. Decent and flying away there, got the southern point here by the railway. Back here, troops reinforcing. Could take up now, try and maybe rush out, say, some armor here versus Iroha. Iroha, in fact, going for the mechanized armor company. Excellent. There's something up here, down to 3 men. Armored car there, half health. Oh, despite the paranoia and the caution, still ends up hitting a telemine there, and Finndeed's telemine pays off beautifully. Thumbs up there to Finndeed. Thumbs up. Now, the fun fact, the Germans actually had a set of tactics with telemines. In fact, one trick they would do is actually they attach them to like a board or a plank, and then basically sort of just, you know, attach a rope to it, and that way, you know, just chuck them out so with a bit of rope, so that way they could, when the tanks were driving past, they just yank it out quickly, and then the tank could be set off, the telemine would get blown up that way. Bit of a sneakier method there. They also used them as satchel charges, effectively like just very large grenades, and just chucked them into the advance of attacking Soviets, for example, during defenses. So this is a surprisingly handy and flexible mine. Constant continuing southwest there, mine was up. Pack 40 standing in the sandbags. Good work there by Finndeed. Good work. And this was the front of it. In the south, constant continuing forwards here. Mines was at the ready in case Finndeed's been mining down south, but he hasn't. Do have tech down way for Finndeed. Can they build a Supomo Corps? News constant northwards. Going to use flying bit back here for Finndeed. Going to use looking up the centre. Half liter veterancy 2. Machine gun also very close to that level of veterancy. Iroha has some time away from the T-34 some 6, but the go for it could also more likely just go for T-35, which would also be quite good here versus Finndeed. A lot of band forth. Victory points wise, Finndeed has a minor lead over Iroha at the moment. It is one that can grow. Using southwards there, we got a demo charge here. Sneaky position by Iroha. Very sneaky. Cheeky brick. Darkner hit the fighting pushing mode there, pushing back the armored car with ease. Supomo Corps out there for Finndeed. For the German army, Deutschland. Going to open their contact man lost there as Boris finds his head pierced by a German rifle bullet. Northern point being seized, coming forwards there. Field gun almost done. For Iroha, of course, expecting German armor. Very sensible. At this rate, Finndeed will have a chance of getting out of Panzer IV faster than Iroha can see I'll get a T-34 some 6, but again, that would also give Iroha more enough time than go maybe, you know, just the T-35, which is superior to the Panzer IV. Swing about here, grab a northern point, grab the further northern point in the south, moving forwards. Minor losses here to mines. Well, minors, 2 grenadiers dead. In fact, actually, did that mine take out 4? I think it actually did. In which case, that's obviously not minor losses at all. I mean, 4 losses for 1 mine is amazing value. But he's flanking behind the counter, getting suppressed, but then for 2 armored car attacking the other side. And there you go. Finndeed in the 3rd Panzer Division with a Panzer IV. Workhorse of the German Panzerwaffe. Most produced tank in the German army. In fact, was only produced in slightly fewer numbers than the most produced armored fighting vehicle, which was the Stug. Although, of course, the Stug for into Stug production is obviously not quite as much. But that's partly because, again, they actually diverted production away from the Panzer IV towards the Stug 4 to make up for losses of Stug 3 production. That, and as the war went on, Hitler kept, you know, trying to cancel Panzer IV production, and they ended up just setting a hard cap on how many Panzer IVs could be produced every month. So, little fun fact there as well. Panzer IV is almost done here for Finndeed. Then taking some losses, even tried to close field barrage there to try and knock them out. Up north, they can't be caught with them before 2 routed. Finndeed maintains good map control here for Iroha still. Adding the pin mounted MG42 to the Panzer IV, very good. No T-34s from 6, so likely going for the T-35, expecting a Panzer IV anyways. New spot for the armored car and the MU-42. Field gun ready. Panzer IV would technically flank, but there's conscripts on the flank. Plus, of course, the Guardsman makes this a slightly more hazardous endeavour for the Panzer IV. Also wants to keep, I think, some infantry close to the Panzer IV support. There's a support. Oh, that was a great shot, and the field gun almost wiped out the entire crew there. Up north, a bit of fighting here. Grenadiers missing with the rifle grenade. Try and pressure a bit more from the north here against Iroha's positioning. Got the field gun here. Sadly, Finndeed doesn't immediately force his nearby to exploit this opportunity to, I think, route the troops also perhaps grab the field gun away here. Panzer IV down to half health due to the Guardsman actually doing all the damage here. Rifle grenade off, field gun backing off, but no. Crewed it and then merged with it to get it quickly instantly at full strength. It's another trick, which again some experienced players like to do, and it's definitely a good trick. And it's also one of the reasons why field guns can be such a bastard to deal with, because again, if the player knows what they're doing, they'll just instantly merge it, and that way get it at full strength, making it just even harder to clear out. Again, merge is just one of those very overlooked, but I think, you know, deceptively powerful abilities. And one of those that really, I think, just really highlights, you know, how skilled that Soviet player is. Fire up north here, concentrating the point here. Good work by Iroha, pressuring their Finndeed a bit. Close to the T-35. In this regard, Finndeed still has good map control. The armored cars will be a strong asset, and the loss of that early T-70 also really hurt Iroha. But there you go, T-35 on the way for Iroha and the 16th Guards Tank Corps.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
Grab the point here with the MD-42. Could consider, of course, some more telemines. We also got a second Pioneer squad out there. Thumbs up. Another good option would be to give them a veteran squad leader as well, which doesn't get any weapons. That'd be kind of neat though, but perhaps a bit too good. But still, getting them upgraded the veteran squad leaders means they can repair faster, deal more damage, and survive more damage. But, you know, you mostly just do it because one more guy means faster repair speeds, which is obviously really good. T-35 almost done. Machine holding up here. Bit exposed, bit on the line. It could be overwhelmed by Iroha. T-35 arrives here for Iroha and their glorious Red Army. Armored car rushing northwards, going for the wipe in the country squad there. T-35 is going to move now. I think could take out here Finndeed's armored car. Good hit there from the 85mm gun. Almost got the armored car there. Almost got it. Oh, machine gun bunker knocked it out there. Bit of a minor blow there to Finndeed. But not a crushing loss there for German army either. T-35 continuing northwards here. Pioneers right in the south. Fuel on the south grabbed here by Finndeed. Good pressure. Good map control. Grab northern pump the Grenadiers in the Pack 40. Friction force and healing. Contra setting out in the south here, pumping seized by the Grenadiers. Mines down here for Iroha. Armored off. Grenadiers route it. Sandbags down. Tanks into the Guardsman here with the Grenadiers. Risky. Fighting positions, but suppressed, meaning, you know, that doesn't really matter much anyways. No, in sending out his round here for Finndeed, perhaps missed opportunity. T-35 moving in, Pack 40 ready to back up the machine gun. More engineers here for Iroha to replace the ones lost. Worth knowing those was minesweepers, which is definitely a bit more dangerous considering, you know, Finndeed still has telemines down all over the place. They're not a lot. South point being seized here. Iroha Rangers now has not been laying down a lot of mines. Bit of a miss there. And Finndeed can soon go for another Panzer IV Iroha. Great hit from the T-35. They're going to be taking heavy losses in the center with no cover. They are quite exposed here to Soviet firepower. Pack 40 machine moving Panzer IV as well there. In the south, the Grenadiers, Pioneers also moving forwards. Field gets a good hit on the Panzer IV, punches straight through the front armor, and then turns around to deal with support weapons, which Finndeed has placed, unfortunately for his own sake, too close, but for Iroha's gunners, it's probably just, you know, a great target. Fortunately for Finndeed, though, turns out they've been looking a bit too deep into the vodka bottle. North, the conscripts with gunners finding out, rifling it off here, does a bit of damage, doesn't get a single kill, but does mean the conscripts don't have much longer if they decide to stick around. Pioneers here trying to pull off a flank, but that's not working out particularly well. T-35 has been pushed back due to the presence of the Pack 40. Iroha may want to consider some artillery, either mortar, be regular heavy mortar here, versus Finndeed to bombard and pressure him. I think they could do some good work. Meanwhile, Finndeed's going for another mighty Panzerkampfwagen 4. Then he's being shot to bits here by Iroha and infantry and tanks. Troops reinforcing, healing slowly. We got 400 versus 331. Finndeed's got some fairly good map right now with Iroha. Good shot fired there. He's better shot, but sadly again, ultimately accuracy suffers. Look, Petrov, I keep telling you, vodka is not a performance enhancer. Quite the opposite. Are you just jealous of my skills? What skills? Look, they're all dead. No, they're not. That's just dirt. See, they're young. Oh, you idiot. Pantophores running out there for Finndeed, ground the southern point with the Grenadiers. Iroha also, I think, needs to switch to attacks. I think they're too focused in the centre, by the way, and just attacking into Finndeed head-on. They're not relying too much on maneuver heavy Finndeed, which is less great, and I think slightly belies others. I think some good plays tactically, with the merging and all that, but if they can't, use their infantry and armour effectively to, out-maneuver Finndeed, I think they could, end up leading up quite aggressively, which is obviously something Finndeed doesn't mind at all, but not really, I think, something that's going to keep Iroha in the good graces with Stavka and Comrade Stalin. Could choose rocket launcher, obviously going for artillery to deal with the support weapons. Not a bad pick. They were probably going for another T-35, and then, added in a mortar instead. Also can give smoke screens, which is pretty good, but I would say even more overlooked at times than merge. Grab something with the fuel there with the field gun. T-5 going to block any German infantry to the centre. Of course, backing up there. Go mine goes off, killing some Grenadiers. Pantophores at the ready as well, remaining in reserve for now. At least they spot any opportunities versus Iroha.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
Big push here Indeed. Cancel the Katyusha, so it's going for another T-35. Also, I think that about to consider would be a max machine gun. I'm a bit surprised we haven't seen any suppressive firepower versus all of these Grenadiers. Would be an excellent choice, I think, versus Finndeed. I probably could have done with that a lot sooner. Maybe even like 2 of them. Pantophores shoots, misses, instead hits a stack of crates. T-5 rushing forwards here. He's been shot dead by the Grenadiers. Good hit from the T-5 then, killing one Grenadier, bombarding. First shot lands, well, surprisingly, or not surprisingly, shot considering the gun is so far track record of hitting things. Those bombardments. Around it. Got a fragmentation bomb here ready for Finndeed, courtesy of the Luftwaffe. You can use anything about in the north. Another field gun for Iroha, that could improve a chance here from Finndeed without much artillery, and of course having to rely on the fragmentation bomb. Well, good flank. You can use routed. Nope, cancel the field. It seems like Iroha is definitely suffering from a significant case of indecision. There you go, another T-35, but needs a bit monthly about not being able to make up their mind as well. Can get a bit dangerous at times, but at the same time, there's nothing wrong with assessing the situation, deciding you actually need something else. But at least for now, it almost looks a bit like there's something a bit too much from indecision. But, they do end up with what I would have suggested in the first place, which is the T-35. I will absolutely go for a mortar, probably won't. Second T-35 almost done there for Iroha and the Red Army. Gun's been shot to bit with the T-35 in the centre. Finally continuing around intense up north. Another TMT. They're too slow, it's easily deflected and dealt with by Finndeed. Moving in some tanks and infantry to shut off that little Stalinist picnic. South Africans being handled by the T-35 there. Almost got wiped. And please though. Oh, that was actually a conscript slaughter for the rifle grenade there. Really dicey there by Finndeed, but paid off. Iroha's going to need to replace those. Would probably recommend Guardsman at this point. Second T-35 they're ready, heading northwards for Iroha. A lot of pressure here from Finndeed. Guardsman taking an asset from the Panther 4.
A sector has been cut off.
He's being shot to bits. He needs to get them out there fast. Down to just one engineer squad. Losing them would be quite a painful blow there to Iroha and the Red Army. More conscripts for Iroha. No additional guardsmen here. I would say that's a missed opportunity. Again, I think more guardsmen, an extra tank rifle from DP light machine guns, but I think adds some more effective firepower versus Finndeed. At this point, then another conscript squad, but that's just me. Oh, teams are flanking from the north here, catching the Pack 40 off guard here. Definitely nice move here by Iroha, sensing the mistake there with Finndeed and exploiting it beautifully. 2 thumbs up. Mark vehicle, then he's getting the other team to drop their field gun as well here. This could be the moment here that Iroha's been looking for. Finndeed getting over quickly. Relax, and there we go. Pantherful does go down. We got a fragmentation bomb and attempt to try and disrupt this, but it may not work out there. Pantherful bounces shot, at least dodges it. Field guns dodging it all. T-55 down. There's some really rubbish luck here for Iroha. Field gun needs from Bard here, the Pack 40, and there we go. Directed almost taking out the crew. Lucky Finndeed with that Panther 4. Pack the wiped out again. Constantly 40 could grab the Pack 40 and turn against Finndeed, which would definitely be a real headache for Finndeed at this stage. Still, pretty good there with the luck there and the Panther 4 not getting knocked out with the T-35s. Very lucky there, but that could change around here. Field gun doesn't get the damn well shut off. Really lucky there for Finndeed again. Anything held out by the T-35. Pack's about to get wiped out again for the 3rd time now. Need to hold back those Panther 4s further away here because we still get snapped or something. And a Grenadier squad. Was it Grenadier squad? No, I think there's the crew down there into tank and active. But there you go. Infantry fortune, the conscript and the guardsmen here. Guardsmen flying away there with now 20 kills to the name. Field gun bombarding. Close one there. Guns moving up, they need to deal with them fast. Pack being hold back. T-4 coming in there, 17 kills, close to Victory 2. Conscript need to retreat, Guardsman as well there. Ooh, too close, they could get Panther faster, but Finndeed here isn't quite fast enough with the trigger finger to pull it off. Pack flying away, the gun is being routed as well, finally. Intense fighting in between Iroha and Finndeed, with control over the center sort of falling into the sphere now of Iroha, though there's still machine guns and more infantry to deal with, though. They do have the tank, and Finndeed could try and move his tanks, but there's simply such poor condition he were to do it, he would probably lose them. No, seeing one Pioneer's coming up with the extra, Pioneer there. The other one, I guess he got lost somewhere.
Supply sector under attack.
Graham Northern Field putting up with the conscripts. Troops routed there. Troops reinforcing healing. Field bombarding, good hit the machine gun. Another shot fired. Comes from the Grenadiers. Comes to the conscripts. T-4 move forwards. Panther 4 backing off, cancel conscript there. Finndeed will go for a Panther 4 soon. He can also go for Stug. If I imagine he's going to go for another T-35. Will still, I think, benefit from a mortar, to be honest. Again, either medium or heavy. Just some artillery here would do, I think, Iroha a bit great there versus Finndeed. And far south, listening up there, catching Iroha off guard. Though we are seeing some squads being distracted with that little issue. 18 kills, very close to on that T-35. Roughing up against the guardsman there. Some nasty hits there. Still they fight for the glory of the Soviet Union. Hit some crap instead of the actual target. Both Pantherfulls good to go once more for Finndeed. Of course, he's probably more cautious now with the 2 anti-tankers backing up Iroha's front line, as they could definitely threaten to make Finndeed's career as a Panzerwaffe commander very short. Good shot in the Grenadiers. Pantherful setting up, backing up the Grenadiers, what hitting southwards. Might want to, like, at least reinforce the pack a bit, at least merge some conscripts with it to get the full strength there. There you go, Pantherful's going to take it off on the T-35, which is now back to 2, giving it a high rate of fire, which is obviously very good. Pantherful shoots, misses, anti-tank turning around to deal with that possibility. Up north, that they could get flanked. Another Pack 44 Finndeed for Germany. Deutschland. The mysterious collection of barrels and a tree continues to trap a lot of firepower from the Soviets. Gunning's under fire here. Anti-tank guns ready. If the government get that pack 40 too close again, one shot there from the Gunners could wipe it out. Plus he's also effects, I think, showing it off here to Finndeed. And there you go, pack wipe. A mistake there with Norfolk influencing the other T-55. They almost got the car pump, but ultimately are pushed back here by Iroha. Need to put up that pack 40 again, and need to put more pressure on Finndeed. Need to start maneuvering. We got S-Mount here from Finndeed, by the way. Very good. Thumbs up to that one. Very nice. Unless, of course, you're Iroha, in which case you may not quite show the same level of appreciation there for Finndeed's work in mining stuff. Aircraft shot down and crashed into the trees there. The pilot to be concerned by the squirrels. Oh, hello, Mr. Skarsgård! You're going for my kneecaps! Yet! Grand Northern point with the Pioneers.
Supply lines have been cut.
Got the centre point with guards from there. Finally, some of the victory point bleed here from Finndeed. Against being hammered here by the T-55. R1 is almost good to go. It's actually getting slowly towards Factory Fleet, which is where it gets, of course, really good. Nice hit on the Gunners there. Might want to back off the pack, T-55 before the pack gets a shot through. Well, that happened. Still, artillery would be a good idea, and I'd still recommend mortars. But this is finally going for a machine gun. Another thing has been lacking for some time here, which, of course, Finndeed has not been lacking. Panther 4, close Factory 2. Other one is still some time away from that.
Target vehicle marking available.
Mark vehicle ready again. Iroha continues to play fairly defensively here, hoping to bleed out Finndeed in a war of attrition. And of course, Finndeed's going to come down to like a good assault here, pulling off the one true blitzkrieg and shattering Iroha. Good hit on the machine gun. Slow here with the tanks. Infantry is also not. Oh, we got a Panther 2 being used to disrupt here the Iroha center. He made the push on that. Go Panther launching in, charging in there. Finndeed making the maneuver, and there we go. Catches the guard squad, wipes it out. Field gun cleared out there. T-55 found top as well. A really good push here, but Finndeed. He might lose to 2 Panther 4, but Iroha's getting absolutely beaten silly. That was a well done attack here, but Finndeed. Iroha was not ready there. We got the T-55 trying to flank about here. Oh, got the Panther 4. Sting blow there to Finndeed, but costs here for Iroha may just have been higher. His infantry's been bled dry. He's down, I think, his 3 constant swords again. Lost the guardsman. Machines are holding up against Finndeed's infantry. Countering the council to block. T-55 shoots, misses, but so does the Panther 4. Damage entering the Panther 4. Concord needs to back off now. Maximum team suppress troops here. T-55 there. Doesn't get hit, and there you go. Pack 40 joining in as well there. Panther 4, Betsney 2, Maxim keeps flying away. They could use the sustained fire for, more firepower and reloads, reloads for 3 bar there. Gunners being suppressed, pinned down to the ground, but the Maxim is slowly getting to Betsney 2. Panther 4 moving forward as well there. T-55 shoots, misses. Mark vehicle on the Panther 4, Pack 40 closing up there. Need to get the T-55 to safety. Panther 4 down to half health. A brutal slaughter here in the center between Finndeed and Iroha, with no mercy shown to the other. Grabbing the Pack 40 here, hoping to finish off the Panther 4. Conscripts routed. No, he's hoping to run off with it, I guess, instead. Just reinforcing. Other squad moving ahead here. Can soon go for another T-55.
One of our AT guns has been neutralized.
Aircraft shot down.
Supplies to the enemy.
So, where'd it go? Oh, up there. Now going for Katyusha.
An isolated sector.
I don't think this is the right timing for a Katyusha if there ever was a timing. This is definitely not it. Run off with a field gun instead. Very good. And the pack has been destroyed. Leaving you to have within few tools enough to deal with Finndeed's army. We got another Panther 4 there for Finndeed. For Deutschland. Need, of course, to recapture his car point. In the south here, we've got trooping up there from Finndeed's base. Very good. Second Panther 4 running here for Deutschland.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
Yes, comrade. Your orders, comrade.
Panther 4, they're almost good to go.
Katyusha now available.
Awaiting command.
Katyusha ready here. Will this be able to break Finndeed? Will it just end up being a very, very expensive fireworks exhibition? Finn's getting ready here for Finndeed. Has lost one Grenadier squad. Could place them with Panther and these are stormtroopers. Panther 4 backing up north here. Finish in the south round it. You know, very close to base level T-35. Still gonna need some anti-tank weapons up north here. The conscripts hit some of the S-mines. Borders drops dead. Panther rushing through in the south here. Katusha needs to be careful. Good shot there. Panther rushing north here. Comes there by the northern victory point. Probably going to see around to these rendered neutral, but not more than that. Unless, of course, he forgets about it, in which case he's just going to get them killed. But he doesn't. He doesn't. Iroha remembers. Double anti-tanks ready here, hoping the T-34 takes the bait with the Panther 4, and looks like Iroha kinda does. Ooh, that's going to be painful for the T-35. There we go. Should the fang at the bunched up anti-tank guns. Damn it. No damage to the Panther 4. Rockets there. Kinda clip some of the gunners. Got the Pack 40 crew. Got the Pack 40 crew. Small win there. Fiddle has Katusha rocket launcher, but not enough. Katusha needs to get away. We got the Panther 4 from the north here. Could catch the Katusha and take it out there. He needs more armor, and there we go. Anti-tank guns at the very least. Machine in trouble. Panther moving forward. Steve moving in here. Good hit on the Panther 4. Wrong way attention from the Katusha, but not enough. Almost got the Panther 4 with the T-35 now ace level. Could pursue. Shot misses. Still, the ace T-35 is also fairly speedy. But decides not to push the T-35, which is all heavily damaged. Other Panther sending out with the Grenadiers backing up here. So Chief Vader has starting to look fairly dangerous. Got the field gun ready, but the Katusha has very much exploded. Maximum firing away here, close to victory. 2 T-35 then dying in repairs. Should use these, and I think vehicle repair, self-repair together to speed up repairs so they can just quickly get to full health and then push it. Looks like rushing for the southern victory point. We got 375 to 117. Shot fired, missed. Hitting nearby tree behind. Good hit there, 29 kills. Down 2 men. Using the need for repair and to tank swinging with a Panther 4, bit of an infantry. Oh, he can see they didn't charge off now. And there we go, Grenadier squad quietly infantry just stream from the squads. That's certainly a bit more dicey now. Panther's on taken out here as well. Still, Finndeed does enjoy armor advantage over Iroha. But his infantry advantage has gone, at least infantry parity, I think is a better word to use here, has gone. Another Panther 4 there from Finndeed, another mighty Panzerkampfwagen 4. Fixing up the T-35 here for Iroha. Panther 4 catching the field gun, Continental Force as well. And the South British guns will keep them forwards. Good hit on the Panther 4. But even good use of the support weapons here in the south to deter the T-35 too much here. Need to fix that one. Got 33 kills on it though, which is obviously fairly good. Field bombarding and machine gun center, ace level. Almost taken out there. Iroha can now almost more or less, I think, go for the T-35 number 2. I still think you should just use things along with self-repair just to speed up repairs on the T-35 until you get the full health fast. There you go. Far up north, hitting the northern victory point again. Thumbs up there to Iroha. Field gun getting bombarded by Finndeed's field gun. Another T-35 on the way here for Iroha, the 16th Guard Tank Corps. Almost got the northern victory point. Got 90% one rendered neutral. Finndeed, they really should look into replacing his infant losses. I'd start just Panzer Grenadiers or Stormtrooper squad, being like just more Grenadiers. Obviously, the veteran school did work out well here for Finndeed. Up north there, Panther around the conscripts. T-35 neutral almost done. Repairs here. No self-repair. He's probably doing it because he wants to keep it ready in case of another tank for Finndeed where he needs the tank. Doesn't want to risk like not having it easily responsible. Which I suppose you can't really fault him for. T-35 ready here for Iroha. We got the ace from the regular one. Finndeed's Panzer 4 is close to ace level as well. Could consider maybe a Stug to back them all up here. Or two. I still recommend more infantry as well. I'd probably recommend that more than a Stug at the moment. But a Stug down the road would also be very good for Finndeed. Make no mistake. But I think the pressing match is pushing back up to 3 infantry squad, which is what I typically call my recommended minimum infantry squad number. Got it from the T-55 there. That's another kill to the kill tally. Then we need to bombard again. Of course, Finndeed responds with a field bombardment of his own. Gets a kill then. The south, the T-55 is being the puppet pack on the Pen 4 here. Some engagement advantage here for Iroha. Can he manage them all? Concentrating on lost here. T-55 almost under half health. Up north, machine back get wiped out by the field bombardment here from Finndeed. Panther 4 striking up north here as well. Iroha striking here as Finndeed leverages his firepower quite well here against it. But there, almost got the Grenadier squad here. Could take it out, and there go Finndeed down to just 1 infantry squad. But he still has a strong number of tanks. And the T-55 ace is knocked out a stinging blow here. A hero of the Soviet Union bursts into flames as the munitions cook off. And the hatches jam. Which is why I think a typical flaw in the T-54 series, particularly the 76, but I know about the T-55s, but at least in the T-54 76, the turret hatches had a nasty tendency of jamming, which claimed many a crew. Good shot there. Pack cleared out. Situation for is now looking fairly bad. Even infant losses inflicted on Finndeed. Finally going for another guard squad. Pursuing Finndeed, Panther onto the base. He needs to be careful. Feeling cleared out. Maximally grabbed here by Finndeed and the German army. Panthers could flank in the T-55. Feeling ready as well on the flank. Good hit. Situation for is looking fairly bad. We got a mark beating on the Panther 4 think to hope to deter Finndeed from pursuing, but Finndeed clearly is not afraid of that anymore. There we go, nice blitz. Misses though, Panther gets a great hit with the Panther on less than half health, but can it survive? Talk about like infant takes perhaps a bait here, but Finndeed, no, backs off. Either side can't seem to make up the mind. There you go, both shoots through the hedge. Tree line home to catch the other one. Close one there on the Panther 4, but no dice. Needs to pull back the Panther 4 repairs. Only got 1 years left. We can of course replace some of the losses there. More condition for Finndeed finally, very good. Thumbs up. Almost aced on that Panther 4. Almost, but not quite. Constantly northwards, backed up with the guardsman. Catching the field gun there. Got that. And needs a bit more firepower here to the Soviet arsenal. A small win there for Iroha, but he needs more and bigger ones at this stage. Maxim opening up there. Con's getting blasted. He almost got the Maxim now. Almost got it. Can they kill the gunner? Maybe grab the machine gun. Got it on the Panther 4. Guarding suppressed as well here. GG Iroha remains incredibly dicey. Roughing up in the guard squad, almost taking the entire unit out. Need to get the field gun to safety here. Up north there, we've got the Panther ready to give it engineers there. T-55 in the south. Almost good to go once more for Iroha. Probably going to go for another one. Engineer squad about to get wiped out. That'd be rather harsh there for Iroha. Close one there. Almost set off the S-Marks right under their feet. Another T-55 down the way, and there going Engineer squad wiped out, leaving Finndeed. Iroha with no way, repairing his tanks without self-repair or replacing the engineers. They're taking a nice hit from the T-55. We got 317 versus 30. Iroha's holding on. He's fighting. He's a true believer. Olis has a very persuasive commissar right next to him. Ground point here. Ace little Panther while they're using the blitzkrieg to get out of there very fast. Nice, I guess. Field going to be destroyed here by Finndeed. And it's pack 40. Second T-35 almost done there for Iroha. Finndeed's got a lot of fuel, but just can't really use it fast enough. Pack being destroyed with the T-35. Crew being annihilated. maximum blind fire spot for the machine gun, covering up the blind spot there in the line of fire. Excellent. Thumbs up there to Finndeed. Field bombarding here, having the machine gun position. First shot, though, goes way over the mark, and there goes second shot. Landers run, missed, almost clearing the entire machine through the machines from the T-35s. Casting further hump, almost wiping up there. Almost got the Pack 40, they could take it out. There we go, crew dead, looking for my crew here. Stug on the way for Finndeed. Germany, Deutschland. T-35 getting Panzerfaust by Finndeed's Grenadiers, but they can't clear the Pack 40 now. In the south, they're going to squad flanking up behind a quickly hammer the T-35s. Machine gun not been cleared out here. Panther 4s in different states of repair. One though is good, being rushed forward here by Finndeed. Now the Panzerfaust guns being absolutely pummeled into oblivion. Iroha could, I think, just consider rushing the T-34s from 6 to back up the 85s now. That could be an idea here. Stug almost done there for Finndeed for Germany. Dodging there, go. Panther 4 going for the deep flank here. Catching the T-35, they're knocking out. It's only abandoned. Forcing to take around a bit longer. And the second shot misses. Oh, the rotten luck here for Finndeed. Quick blitz, quick here. Other Panther 4 moving in there. Forcing the field around again. Gasping what they can here. Nice hit the field, getting eventually to their Panther 4 down to almost half health. Almost got it. And there goes Stug 3G ready for Finndeed. Iroha continues to hold on. Panther 4 down, a small win for Iroha. And they need anything they can get right now. But there you go. Ace Panther 4 moves in. Exterminates remaining crew on the field gun. Clearing it out. They're leaving now Iroha with just the guardsmen and the T-35s to really deal with the tanks. And even the guardsmen are obviously going to struggle a bit there. Hunt squad rushing in to crew the field gun here. Right under Finndeed's nose. T-35 then knocked down. Flanked by the Stug. And taking out the other T-35 with the Stug. And with this, I think Iroha is very much out of the game. Whatever hope they might have had has now been snuffed out. For the steel hand of Deutschland. And there you go. Panther 4 knocked out. Finndeed's taking a lot of losses in this fight. His forces are being depleted. At this point, I don't think Iroha can even exploit it because there's still no victory points. Ooh, nice rifle grenade there. Further heavy and intense loss there to Iroha. Things moving forward here, we got 22 versus 292. Field bombarding. Gonna do something here.
You have a target?
The sector is at risk.
Your orders, comrade.
T-34 ready. Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
T-35 now for Iroha. Getting caught here.
One of our AT guns has been
Got the
neutralized.
northern Rick points to attempt to grab it. We got 10 points left here. Got the field gun destroyed. Stug did it. Stug just keeps on doing it. My God. Stug did it all along. Yeah, but at this point, it's very much GG. Iroha fought valiantly, but in the end, not enough. So there you go, game over, game over. I think in the end, Iroha, I think, had a shortage of support, particularly anti-tank guns, or more, or like anti-tank machine guns, and more, particularly some smokes, and I think at times could have done Iroha quite a bit of good. And they probably also should have gone for some more guardsmen, what they could have here, versus Finndeed. Well, might well have been great there. Plus, I think it just focuses much on the centre, not on the resources, which allowed Finndeed to that way build up an advantage. But still, another critical motion was just also a good play by Finndeed. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. You'll learn something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on the channel, friends, fellow family, do channel me. This is Imperial Links. Cheers. Thank you for watching. Till tomorrow again for another episode. Cheers, everyone.